What's up, Kansas City Northland and everyone else trying to figure out if moving here in 2025 is actually worth it? I'm here to give you the no-filter, real deal breakdown on what it really costs to live in the Northland these days. I'm talking housing, groceries, utilities, the whole shebang. So without further ado, let's dive on in. If you're wondering who the heck am I, I'm Big Mike. I'm a local Kansas City real estate agent specializing here in the Kansas City Northland area. Find me on Google, find me on Instagram, find me anywhere online. I can help you and your family make a serious move. So number one on this list is the housing prices and rent. So housing is typically your biggest expense. So let's hit it just first. In 2025, the Northland is still more affordable than many surrounding areas. Hello, cheaper prices than Johnson County and even some spots in downtown KCMO. But do not get it twisted, it's not dirt cheap. Prices here have crept up over the past couple of years thanks to an absolutely steady demand market. The median home price, low to mid, is $300,000 in popular Northland neighborhood. Rent for a decent 2 to 3 bedroom is around $1,500 to $1,800 a month. And yes, you can still find some hidden gems if you look hard enough, especially if you're cool living a bit further out from the most in-demand spots. But the days of snagging a 3-bedroom house under $200,000 with zero competition, long gone. You're gonna face multiple offers if it's priced well in a solid school district. Liberty and Parkville can be pricier due to schools and amenities. Gladstone and parts of Kearney still have pockets of relative affordability. Renters, you're not off the hook either. With remote workers flooding in and local upgrades to newer apartments, rent has been inching upward also. So if you're looking for modern amenities, think gyms, pools, and either laundry, expect to shell out more than you would have for 2 to 3 years ago. So look for slightly older units or smaller complexes if you want to trim out that monthly rental cost. Negotiate lease terms if you can commit to a longer stay. Landlords might cut you a deal. Number 2 on this list is property taxes. Okay, so you're maybe thinking, fine, I'll buy a house. But don't forget about property taxes. They can be an absolutely silent killer if you're not paying attention. Rates vary based on county and school district, so the Northland can be a bit of a mixed bag. Generally, Clay and Platte counties are competitive compared to some other parts of the metro, but it does add up. Expect somewhere around 1.3% to 1.5% of assessed value, depending on local levels. Top-rated school districts often mean slightly higher rates. The better the school district, the higher the mill levy, usually. If you're moving here with kids, that might be a fair trade-off and you'll gladly pay for it. But if you don't have kids or prefer private schooling, you might want to weigh whether that premium property tax is worth it. Liberty and Park Hill often command higher taxes, but also have higher resale values. Up-and-coming areas might have lower taxes, but also less immediate appreciation. Big picture, factor property taxes into your monthly mortgage calculation. That good deal on a home can balloon once you add in taxes, insurance, and HOA fees, but don't let it catch you by surprise. Talk to your lender, get accurate estimates, and ensure you're budgeting the full monthly nut. Check the exact tax rate for your property before you buy, not generic guesses. If your agent doesn't bring up property taxes proactively, just find a new one. Number 3 are the utilities and internet. Utilities in 2025, especially in the Northland, haven't gotten too crazy, but they're definitely more than what you'd see in a smaller town. Summer AC bills can climb. It is humid, folks, if you're living from maybe up the north, and winter heating can sting. We're talking an average monthly bill of around $150 to $200 a month for a typical 3-bedroom house, depending on how efficient your place is. Electric and gas combo, $120 to $200 a month on average. Water, sewer, $50 to $80 a month on average, varying by usage, of course. High-speed internet is an absolute must if you're working remotely or if you're streaming Netflix all day. Good news though, Northland areas are well covered by Google Fiber and other cable providers. Expect to pay anywhere from $50 to $100 a month for decent speeds. If you want top-tier gig internet, you'll pony up a little bit more. I know I specifically pay for Google Fiber. It's $70 a month. I get 1 gig. Now, big names like Google Fiber, like I was mentioning, Spectrum, AT&T, and almost every single neighborhood anywhere around the Kansas City Northland area. Smaller local ISPs might offer competitive deals, just look them up. But just keep in mind, if you are in a newer subdivision, you might have HOA fees too that handle some exterior maintenance or community amenities like snow removal or pool upkeep. Those fees can be $200 to $500 a year or more, so don't forget to add that to your monthly budget calculations. Amenities normally include clubhouse, pool, gym, and they can justify a little bit of a higher fee. Just read the HOA rules carefully. Some are stricter about landscaping or exterior interior changes, so just be well informed. Number 4 on this list is the transportation and gas. So most people in the Northland are absolutely car dependent. It's not like you got a subway out here. If you're commuting downtown or across the metro, plan on mileage, gas costs, and possible tolls if you're hopping on certain highways. Gas prices in 2025 are hovering around $3 mark, give or take, which can sting if you're driving a gas guzzler. KC's spread out layout equals more miles on your car. Watch out for bridge tolls or highway expansions that might add to the cost. Public transportation is improving, but it's nowhere near robust. The Ride KC buses exist, but they might not sync with your schedule if you live further out. Some new micro-transit pilot programs are popping up in certain areas, but they're still in early phases. Realistically, just plan on driving. Buses primarily serve core routes. Northland coverage is kind of spotty at best. Ride shares like Uber or Lyft are fine for occasional trips, but they do get pricey for daily commutes. Car insurance tends to be in the middle of the road cost-wise. If you have a clean driving record, you can find decent rates around $100, $150 a month for full coverage. The biggest factor is usually your zip code and the average claim history in that area. Bottom line, your transportation costs will make up a chunk of your monthly budget. Factor that in before you commit to a 40-minute drive commute every day. Shop around for quotes. Different carriers weigh risk differently. Bundle home and auto if possible to snag every discount possible. Number 5 are the groceries and dining out. So groceries in 2025 has seen a bit of inflation, and in case you don't know, no big shocker there, I know. Expect to pay a bit more for fresh produce, meat, dairy than you did a few years ago. A family of 4 might spend anywhere from $600 to $900 a month on groceries, depending on diet and store choice. Hit places like Hy-Vee, Price Chopper, Aldi to keep those costs down. Sales and loyalty programs can save you a bundle, so just be wary of them. Warehouse clubs like Costco and Sam's are absolutely popular if you can afford to buy bulk. As for dining out, the Northland got a ton of local eateries. From barbecue joints to upscale restaurants, a meal for 2 can range anywhere from $25 a meal to $50, $60 plus for a nicer place. Craft breweries and trendy spots in Parkville or Liberty can push that bill up a little bit higher if you're not careful. Fast and casual is about $10 to $15 a person. Sit-down restaurants anywhere from $20 to $30 per entree, depending on the level. If you're a foodie, budget accordingly. You could easily drop $200 a week if you're dining out frequently. The Northland might not be as expensive as downtown KC's hotspots, but it's still not cheap if you're eating out every night. Meal prep or cooking at home can stretch your dollars significantly. Look for happy hours or daily specials. KC has a strong food scene with deals if you know where to look. Support local mom and pop shops. They often have better prices and they have way better unique vibes. Number 6 is the healthcare options. Healthcare in the Northland is generally on par with the rest of the KC Metro. We've got some solid hospitals like Liberty Hospital, North Kansas City Hospital, St. Luke's, and plenty of clinics. If you're insured through an employer, your out-of-pocket might be decent. If you're self-employed, brace yourself for some absolutely higher premiums. Liberty Hospital, known for quality, maternity and emergency care. North Kansas City Hospital, major facility with a wide range of service. Expect monthly premiums anywhere from $300 to $600 for an individual if you're buying on the open market. More for a family plan, depending on your deductible and network. Prescriptions also add up, so check if your plan has good coverage. Don't overlook these costs when calculating your monthly expenses. Employer versus private coverage can differ by hundreds a month. HSA eligible plans might save you if you're healthy and rarely visit the doctor, so just ask your employer about it. If you need specialty care, you might be driving into larger facilities downtown or across the river. Still, everything's within about 20 to 30 minutes, so it's not an absolutely deal breaker. So just remember, consistent healthcare budgeting prevents those nasty surprises when something inevitably pops up. Stay within your network matters. Check if your preferred doctors are in the Northland. Some folk opt in for telemedicine for commuting and wait times. So just be wary of all of the different type of options you have access to. Number 7 is the entertainment and recreation. So KC's Northland, it's not just about quiet suburbs. There's plenty to do for fun. We've got the parks, we got the lakes, we got the community centers, and the ever-growing list of local festivals. The cost of enjoying these is often pretty low. A day at Smithville Lake might just cost you gas and a picnic lunch. Fishing, boating, hiking equals minimal fees compared to big city entertainment. Local parks often host free events throughout the year, and if you want the big stuff, Chiefs, Royals, Sporting KC, concerts, you're looking at ticket prices that can skyrocket depending on the game or the act. Sports fans here are serious. Have you heard of the Chiefs? Factor in parking, snacks, maybe a beer, in my case 3. You've got a pricey outing, but hey, that's a pro sports for you. Chiefs tickets can easily break the $100 per person mark, even if you want to catch nosebleeds, and they go way higher for prime games. Royals games are typically significantly cheaper the more in the season they go, especially weekday or off-peak matchups. Local nightlife, you can find good bars, breweries, restaurants without paying downtown prices. A night out might actually just run you about 40 to 60 bucks per person if you're drinking responsibly. More if you're partying like you're 22. Overall, entertainment costs in the Northland are manageable, but if you go to every concert and game, your wallet's gonna take a hit. Explore smaller venues, local theaters, and community events just to save more money. Breweries often have free live music, so take advantage of it. Support local talent without blowing your budget. Number 8 on this list is the child care and education. So if you're a parent, this is the most important part for you. Child care can rock your budget. In 2025, daycares and preschools are easily hitting $800 to $1,200 per month per kid in many Northland hotspots, depending on the facility and the program quality. And if you're after a top tier Montessori or private setup, the sky's the limit. Expect $200 to $300 a week for a reputable center. Home-based daycares might be slightly cheaper, but not always. Luckily, the Northland boasts strong public schools. Liberty, Park Hill, North Kansas City school districts often rank well, which can save you a fortune in private school fees. If you do go the private route, tuition could start around $5,000 a year and climb north of $10,000 depending on the institution. Public schools are highly regarded in certain districts, so research the boundary lines proficiently. Private schools often offer smaller class sizes but comes with a hefty price tag, so be wary of that. If you're looking for after-school programs or extracurriculars, sports, music lessons, tutoring, budget at least $100 to $300 per month per activity, depending on how specialized it is. The Northland's a big family-friendly place. You'll find plenty of options, but it all adds up. Multiple kids and multiple activities. Watch that wallet. Look for community or parks and rec programs for more affordable alternatives. Number 9 is the part that nobody loves to talk about. That is the taxes and fees beyond just property. So Missouri has a state income tax. It's progressive, maxing out around 5%. Add that to sales tax, which in many parts of the Northland can hit around 8 to 9% once you factor in local levies. So yeah, it's not all peanuts here. State income tax up to 5%. Local sales tax can vary by city or county. Vehicle registration fees in Missouri aren't terrible, but you do need annual vehicle inspections in some cases. Some areas require emission tests, others don't. It's a small cost in the grand scheme, but it's more line items to remember. So registration renewals are anywhere from $50 to $100 depending on the vehicle weight. Inspection/emissions are $12 to $50 each year or every 2 years, varied by county. The game is you got to pay your personal property tax before they give you that $50 to $100 new sticker. Overall, taxes aren't that high in the nation, but they're enough to chip away at your paycheck if you're not paying attention. Keep a spreadsheet or a budgeting app to track these random hits, title fees, license renewals, property taxes, so you're never caught off guard. Don't forget personal property tax for vehicles. Yes, Missouri does do that. Plan ahead for quarterly estimated taxes if you are self-employed. At number 10 is just my final thoughts and strategies. So for the Northland in 2025, is it a good deal? Absolutely. If you manage your expectations correctly. It's not rock bottom cheap, which honestly, do you really want to live in that area anyway? But it is more affordable than many other big metros across the nation. You'll likely get a great house, good schools, and a solid lifestyle without the sky-high cost of coastal cities. You get a balanced mix of affordability and quality of life, and a job market remains healthy in industries like healthcare, logistics, and tech. The key is budgeting like a pro. Break down housing, utilities, transportation, groceries, entertainment. Treat them like line items in a business plan. Don't walk in blind or you'll overspend on a fancy rental or mortgage and have no money left for fun, emergencies, or savings. Use a financial app that tracks expenses in real time. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund in case life happens. Kansas City's Northland is a fantastic place to call home if you're practical about your money at least. Keep that hustle mindset, find the best deals, shop around, negotiate rates, and you'll crush it here. Just remember, it's not Mayberry cheap, but it's a hell of a lot friendlier on the wallet than many other growing cities. Do your homework, plan your finances, and you'll thrive. If you love barbecue, good neighbors, and a strong sense of community, you're gonna fit right in. That's it. That's the real cost of Kansas City's Northland in 2025. If you got value, hit the like button. It helps me get discovered by other people looking to move to the area. Spread the word with someone you love and you're just looking out for. Whether you're moving here, upgrading your place, or you're just overall curious, remember, not knowledge is power. Once again, I'm Big Mike Sauce KC. Find me on Google, find me on Instagram, find me anywhere social media is present, and you're gonna find who I am as a person. But without me talking any bit more, I appreciate you for watching. Drop a like, much love, peace.